Good day. My name's Rob Ferris, and I am the CEO of Advantage Services.
And how did you go from military life to Advantage Services?
That's a crazy transition for sure. I started out in the nonprofit world working as a CEO of a faith-based halfway house. And I did that for about 6 years and worked for Valley Mental Health to pay the bills and as a program coordinator. And then I moved over to the sister company, which was Valley Services, in 2010. And I worked with the company for about 3 years, primarily focusing on building contracts, working with the homeless, those who were previously homeless and living in permanent supportive housing. And in 2013, I took over the company as the CEO, with an emphasis on continuing to work with people who were homeless and coming out of jail or prison. Many of these individuals were unsheltered, and so it was a big transition to working with people who were in some sort of housing.
What is the history of Advantage Services?
Advantage Services is a 34-year-old nonprofit started in 1992 by Valley Mental Health at the time. Now they are Valley Behavioral Health here in Salt Lake. Their primary mission was to take people who had stabilized with a mental health disability and put them into supportive employment so they can have a stepping stone into permanent employment. So they created our company, Valley Services at the time, as a individual 501c3 nonprofit, and they gave us all of their contracts for janitorial, custodial, landscaping, building maintenance, vending machines, and we hired their clients who were stabilized to fulfill the mission. Over the years, we've developed more of a social enterprise type company where we go out and we get contracts and we employ anybody with any disability or any barrier, not just mental health. And so over the last 34 years, we've evolved into that social enterprise type company. We are a company that primarily focuses on people who are in need of assistance for employment. Maybe they have barriers to employment, such as they are currently or formerly homeless, refugees, people coming out of jail or prison, people living below the federal poverty level. And so we take them and we place them into employment opportunities. So we go out and we get contracts, and then we place these individuals in those contracts. And as they progress, we promote them into better paying positions. Ultimately, we have job coaches and mentors who are on staff who will help eliminate further barriers and help them to job search outside of our company. Our goal is to be that stepping stone company, allowing them to work with us, build a work history, maybe get some on-the-job training, and eliminate some of the barriers such as homelessness, get them into housing, and then help them get outside permanent employment that are going to help them become productive members of society.
Why does a company like Advantage Services matter to the citizens of Salt Lake City?
Well, not just the city of Salt Lake, but around the country, we see this epidemic of homelessness. Every major city is dealing with the consequences of homeless, and not only the homeless, but the environment in which they come from, meaning a lot of the areas are inundated with crime. They have a lot of garbage, a lot of biohazard waste in them. And so a company like Advantage Services, we go out and we employ the homeless to clean up the homeless areas. So why are we important to a place like Salt Lake City? Well, we employ their homeless population and we give them some training. We help them get off on their feet. We help them get off of the streets and into some sort of housing and further employment.
Has there been any success stories from Advantage Services that have really stuck out to you over the years?
We've had countless. I've been the CEO now for going on 13 years. And we have countless success stories. We measure success through employment. So anybody who comes into our company and stays employed or moves on to better employment, that is how we quantify success within our company. And so those who have gone on to work in outside employment that are better paying with benefits, those we count as all successes. But there's been a few. One in particular is a young man who came to work for us. We'll call him Joe. Joe came to work for us. He was living on the streets. He was dealing with addiction, and he came to our company and he started working for us. And over the years that he worked for us, he got promoted up. So we promote from within here. And so he started off picking up garbage, and we found that he had a knack for maintenance work. So we put him in our building maintenance division. And ultimately, he got hired by one of our customers, making $50,000-$60,000 a year. And since that, he's gone on to become like a property manager for this company, making six figures. So from his beginnings to where he is today, you would not recognize this young man, but we're very proud of the work that he's done. We've had several instances where we've had people come in and they were very successful here, move on to get their own housing, get better jobs, get married, have a family, and they still keep in touch with us. We've had many people who have come in and did well for a while and not succeeded as well. So it's bittersweet, but we do watch and monitor all of our previous employees as they go on and navigate through life.
And what are some unique challenges you've seen our employees face, and why Advantage Services helps them get over those challenges?
When we're talking about people coming out of jail or prison, it's obvious their backgrounds are their biggest challenge. When we're talking about the homeless, it could be mental health issues, it could be drug and alcohol issues. And so there's just a variety of ways where we can help assist them. But the challenges that we find is dealing with these issues. It gets dirty. Working with people who come from this type of a population, we have a mantra here: no good deed goes unpunished. So as we progress through helping these individuals get on their feet, there's a lot of baggage that comes with that, a lot of problems. We try to work with them to get them into outside counseling through our community partners. Our job coaches will help to find alternate employment opportunities for them. We hire anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter what their charges or their background is. And so we try to eliminate those barriers, but sometimes those barriers are very challenging. A lot of times we get people coming off the streets and they will work for a week or two, get their first paycheck, and then they disappear. And then they come back a couple weeks later and they want their job back. And so we rehire them, and then maybe they'll last 2 pay periods. It's just a work that we know is in progress with these individuals, and we try to accommodate them as they are trying to better themselves. And we recognize that there's going to be problems associated with their backgrounds, and we try to eliminate some of those barriers as they move forward to become more successful and re-enter society.
Aside from working with city or state government, how has having outside partnerships like the Utah Arts Festival helped us accomplish our mission?
Well, we are a nonprofit, and what qualifies as a nonprofit is somebody with a strong social mission. We are a triple bottom line company. We first and foremost believe that we need to run a fiscally sound company, which is why, as a nonprofit, less than 5% of our revenue has come from grants or donations. We go out and we get these contracts, and so it's the contracts that keep us in business. We get a contract, we hire the employee, we keep the contract, we keep the employee. We lose the contract, we lose the employee. And so by doing this, we become fiscally sound. So we really need to have more contracts. We need more business, more customers. And traditionally, we've dealt a lot with local government, whether it be cities, counties, or state governments, but we need the everyday customer, businesses, local businesses who want to buy into our mission in order to survive. So we work with other nonprofits as well as for-profit companies in the community. It's a community effort. The people that we are serving are a vulnerable population that require a lot of job coaching, a lot of mentoring. They come with a lot of baggage. We provide showers and laundry services here on site. We help them to become more independent, but we need customers who recognize our mission and understand that there's going to be problems, but we're going to be Johnny on the spot, and we're going to be boots on the ground, very active in that employee's life. And when there are issues, we can step forward and help solve those issues. So when we talk about other agencies like the Arts Festival, like we're looking for community partners who see a need, and they also see a vision in what we are doing, and help to understand that our population is a difficult population, but it's a well-managed population on our leaders' parts within the company.
What would be the best method for media or anyone interested in our story or our mission to contact you, and what does that look like?
Well, we have a very rich and vital mission to our community, and anyone wanting more information or even to be involved, a lot of times we're writing contracts and we can't build in all the safety nets into our contracts. We try to be very competitive, but we can't write in the job coaches, the mentors into that. So what it looks like for us is having people who get our vision and want to help out, who want to be a part of it, maybe come in and mentor, maybe come in and do some job coaching. Volunteer services is something that we can really benefit from, but we really haven't been good at recruiting. Well, let's face it, not a lot of people really have the inclination to come in and work with people who are homeless or people coming out of jail or prison. So it takes a unique type of volunteer. But anyone wanting to be involved or anyone wanting to support what we're doing can email me or contact me here at the office, and we can get back with you and figure out how we can best partner.